Hi everyone, this is Kim with Hold It Art and Accessories. Thank you for stopping by my channel. I do these videos so that anyone who is interested in my artwork can see the inspiration and process behind it all. And I do this as a voiceover because I paint in my garage and there's a ton of background noise. This painting is going to be a rainbow swipe. A few weeks ago I watched Molly of Molly's Artistry and Olga Soby do a painting together, and I love the outcome, so I decided to try my hand at it, and they made it seem way easier than it really was. So in every paint I used a medium of 30% Liquitex Gloss Medium and 70% Floetrol, and then the paint is mixed 1 part paint and 3 parts medium. So the colors that I used are Black by Master's Touch, Rose Madder or Mater by Soho, Azo Orange by Amsterdam, Azo Yellow Deep by Amsterdam, Turquoise Blue by Amsterdam, Winsor Blue mixed with a little bit of the turquoise blue, Dioxyzine Purple by Grumbacher mixed with Standard Violet by Liquitex, and then the white that I am swiping with is Titanium White mixed 1 part paint, 2 parts Floetrol, 1 part water, and then a little tiny bit of the hair serum. I had this one already mixed up and I didn't want to mix more, so that's why I used that. And I'm gonna do a swipe with my small palette knife. As I did this, I think the black base may have been a little too thick. It had been sitting for a little bit and I maybe should have added some water to it. Just as soon as it started to dry, I noticed that it probably was a little too thick. Put this on with a sponge, but now I'm thinking maybe I should have used a spatula to get it spread. I'm going to speed this up because it took me a really long time to get the base just right. You'll see that the back is not only taped, but I have some plastic back there, and that is to keep the paint from getting on the back of the canvas when my hands are covered in paint. I don't cover the backs when I sell them, so I want it to look as clean as possible. And the paint still had a lot of bubbles, even though it had been sitting for like a day. So I'm going to put these in little stripes, and I'm going to use the Rose Madder first. This is a really pretty red. It is a blue red, very vibrant, and I really liked the way all these colors kind of blended together. So the goal is to have each color in its own stripe right up next to the other, but I didn't do a very good job with doing that with the popsicle stick. Next up is the Azo Orange. And these are actually little paint bottles that I had and I had cleaned out, so I was just able to reuse them again. struggle with having the right amount of paint. I find I either have way too much or way too little. This is the Azo Yellow Deep. So this is Winsor Blue by Winsor & Newton mixed with a little bit of the turquoise blue. The Winsor Blue is actually, I think, a semi-transparent. So by adding in the turquoise blue, makes it just a little more opaque so that the blue doesn't kind of get taken over by the other opaque colors in the painting. And I had to do the same with the this purple, the Dioxyzine purple, and the what did I use? The Standard Violet. And then I just used the turquoise blue by itself, which is such a pretty color. But again, I am not good with the popsicle stick, clearly. I also discovered in doing this one that I am not good using the palette knife. I much prefer swiping with my little strips of cut up folder. I think I just get the pressure just right with that. So this is the titanium white, and just like one little tiny drop of this hair serum. I don't really like to use silicone, but it kind of gave the cells that I wanted in the swipe. I just mix it a little bit, not a lot, because I don't want to introduce bubbles or air bubbles. So I quickly realized that being right-handed was going to make it hard to swipe from the right to the left. So I had to move this, and of course my little pins get stuck to the paper. So I was trying not to make a mess. There we go. Now swiping from left to right is easier when you are right-handed. And is it an air bubble or is it a paint booger? One never knows. So pouring some of the white onto the back of the palette knife and then letting it drip off. I wanted the knife to be completely covered, but not dripping over the canvas. I probably maybe had too much on there, even still, because I didn't like how much white was left when I swiped. And I did it way too light. Need more pressure on there. It's really hard to keep the same pressure and the same angle all the way across the canvas. I'm not real crazy about the amount of white at the top, but I will fix that. Maybe. I did find that it was easier to keep the angle and the pressure from a standing position rather than sitting. Yeah, I don't like all that white at the top. The turquoise is gorgeous. Guys, it has been so hot here, and I paint in my garage, so trying to paint and not sweat over everything. I can't take my gloves off because my hands are so wet I can't get them back on. Just stretch this a little bit and see if I can get some of that white and some of the cells just stretch out a little. Right now I'm not that crazy about it. I'm going to try and kind of swipe through some of this white, see if I can get some of that off. Ooh, that's much better. Love the way the red and the orange blended together on that swipe. So let's see what else we can get. Let's stretch this out just a little bit. I love the vibrant colors, and I will most definitely use all of those colors again, and maybe even try this same technique again. It's not quite what I was hoping for, but I think I want to try them again. I kind of think this looks like a leopard that got hit by a rainbow, but my teenager says it actually looks like a jellyfish. I don't know. You can see some of the cells stretching out a little bit, kind of moving around. There wasn't a lot of paint to move off the canvas. The colors are amazing. So I'm not sure if I'm going to keep this or if I'm going to paint over it. If you could just let me know in the comments what you guys think. I've got some edges here to touch up and just got to, make sure everything is covered. But let me know what you guys think. This isn't my usual style. I enjoyed making it and trying something different, but I just don't know if I like it. So tell me what you guys think. This is a picnic tent that I bought off Amazon. This is a small size. I have a larger size as well, and I will link to it down in the description. Again, thank you for stopping by, and like, subscribe, and leave a comment if you'd like. Thank you.